There is something to be said for not letting teenagers get tattoos. It's embarrassing. Hi there, my name's Leeja. I'm a real life lawyer on a mission to demystify the law and how it affects your everyday life. But I also like to talk about the legal practice. And I'm here to create some content that I could have used when I was considering law school. That's right, we're doing the tattoo tag lawyer edition. I am a lawyer and I have tattoos. This is a really popular tag here on YouTube. It is a trend where YouTubers will give you a tour of their tattoos, but I've never seen one of these done by a lawyer. And I think it's really important to have that representation because when I was thinking about law school, I had a lot of trepidation about like, can I express myself while being a part of the legal profession? And I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. And in fact, we need you to. There is frankly not enough of us out here. And so we need to amplify our voices, get ourselves into mainstream legal practice, and show the world that you can have both a personality and a legal degree. All right? So this is frankly a love letter from me to past me. The thing is, in the legal profession, we really just don't talk about it enough because the general guidelines that legal blogs or like your career development office is gonna give you is like, no, you probably shouldn't have a bunch of tattoos. It's a lot easier if you don't. But my counter argument is it's a lot harder as well because you're trying to fit into a box that you do not fit into, and you will be miserable and you will not be the best attorney that you can be. So I am a big advocate for being yourself and finding a law practice that fits with who you are, or finding a way to use your JD in a way that fits with who you are. Did I start law school thinking I'm gonna start a YouTube channel? Hell no, I did not. This basically found me. It was something that just felt really right and I wasn't afraid to do it because I can't be put into a box. But I spent a lot of years in law school trying to put myself into the box that I thought I needed to be in order to be a successful lawyer. And it depends on what your bar for success is. For me, for a while, it was working at a large law firm because that's what people did. That's how you make good money. You do that for a few years and then you can do pretty much anything else. It's a really prestigious thing to do. And of course, at a large law firm, no, you can't have tattoos, at least not visible ones. Did I get a big law firm job and work in a large law firm for a while with tattoos at the same time? Yes, I did. Here's the secret. If you work at a fancy law firm, you're gonna be wearing sleeves. You're gonna be wearing long sleeve shirts. You're gonna be wearing suits. It doesn't matter what's under your suit. So the only thing I really had to change when I went into private law practice was I did have to take out the nose ring. It wasn't the end of the world. Did it feel not great because it kind of has become a part of my face because I got this at 15? Yes, but it was something that I was willing to do to try the job out. Turns out, didn't work for me. Can't be put in that box, all right? But you are allowed to express yourself and be a full person and have a legal career, and that is the whole point of me making this video. And to give you a little behind the scenes of my tattoos and the stories behind them for fun. All right, that's enough of a rant from me. Let's talk about these tattoos, okay? But first, let me give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, me. That's right, if you didn't know, I offer content creator sessions. That is opportunity for you to schedule a one-on-one session with me so that we can discuss your content creation goals, your YouTube channel, how to make it grow, how to brand yourself, everything that you need to know to be successful as a content creator. I also offer sessions for prospective law students who are interested in talking to someone who's been through it all with regards to how to best prepare for law school, what to think about if you're considering law school, how to decide to go to law school, how to pay for law school. So many other things you have to think about when you decide to go to law school, and I'm here to walk you through the process. It's super easy. You just have to go to my website and book a session with me right on my calendar. I look forward to talking to you. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna go from oldest tattoo to newest tattoo. The older ones, frankly, a little bit embarrassing. The first one that I have to introduce is the one that I got the day I turned 18, and it is a tramp stamp. I know that's not the correct thing to call it these days, but it was when I was 18, which was over a decade ago at this point. And I got this the day I turned 18, so really I came up with the concept for this when I was 17 years old. There is something to be said for not letting teenagers get tattoos. It's embarrassing. A little culturally appropriative, not something I would get again. That being said though, it does accurately depict who I was at 18, and there is something very cool about tattoos in that it is a documentation of your life as you go along. There are memories attached to it, there's meaning behind it that maybe doesn't speak to you later in life, but is something that reflects where you were at one point in life. So I'm very much of the idea that if you got it and maybe you wouldn't get it again, there's no need to regret it. I don't regret any of my tattoos, it's just an accurate representation of where I was at that point. So I got this at 18. I was desperate to move out of my hometown. I wanted to be the first one of my friends that got a tattoo. I wanted to be the cool girl, but I was also really into finding meaning in tattoos and representing myself through tattoos. And I definitely was corny and hadn't learned about cultural appropriation yet. I don't even remember where the inspiration came for this, but the tattoo is Japanese cherry blossoms. I think I just thought they were pretty. And then Japanese kanji around it that says peace, love, and music. Because I was someone who wanted to change the world. I wanted to be an activist, but I was also a singer and a musician, so it seemed perfect. And I chose Japanese kanji because I guess I liked the Japanese cherry blossoms so much that I was like, it makes sense if I'm gonna put Japanese cherry blossoms on me to then use Japanese characters around the cherry blossoms. So that's what I did. Here it is. It goes almost to my butt. Embarrassing. That was my first tattoo. I got it at St. Sabrina's, which I believe is now closed, in Minneapolis. It was for the longest time the place where you went for your first tattoo. It was, I think, as chuggy as a tattoo shop can get here in Minneapolis. And then my second tattoo, really cliche. I have these 3 birds flying up my ankle. Super painful spot to get a tattoo, by the way. Also got that at that chuggy shop, St. Sabrina's. Third tattoo, no longer visible on my body. Covered it up. Again, because it was culturally appropriative, but this one was easily covered, okay? I was really into yoga for a couple years, so I got the Om symbol tattooed on my wrist, because I was all about wanderlust, you know? Live, laugh, love. Namaste, okay? A few years later, I got it covered up with a black tattoo in the shape of the state of Minnesota, which is also very cliche. A lot of people from here get that, but at the very least, it is no longer appropriative, all right? Okay, my fourth tattoo is on my back. It is a compass, because again, I was like 19, 20. I was all about wanderlust. I was a sophomore in college. I was living in Poughkeepsie, New York, going to Vassar College, and I found this guy on the internet. And I went to his private residence into a back room where he had a tattoo shop set up. I did bring friends and it was broad daylight and he ended up being a nice guy, but like, what? I don't remember what his name was, Doctor something. It's kind of rustic. I get compliments on it a lot. Again, I probably wouldn't get it again, but like, I like the idea of a compass tattoo. The styling maybe isn't exactly what I'd get, but again, no regrets. My fifth tattoo is right below that. I got that when I was studying abroad. It is a quote in Spanish from 100 Years of Solitude, which is my favorite book. Is that appropriative? I don't know. Comment down below. Probably. But I picked it in Spanish because I wanted it in the original language that the book was written in. And it says, for me, it would be enough to know that you and I exist in this moment. At 20, it spoke to me and I liked it. And I think it really rolls off the tongue in Spanish, you know? It sounds pretty cool. What is that? 5 tattoos? My 6th tattoo. After studying abroad in Chile, I went up to Peru and spent a semester in Cusco. While I was there, I got a hummingbird tattoo on my forearm. This one I could probably show you. I think if I were to get it again, I wouldn't get it filled in with color. I've only gotten black tattoos since then, but I liked the design and I really love hummingbirds. And in Peru, there are these things called the Nazca lines, which are remnants of a past civilization. And they had a design of a hummingbird. And I just thought it was really cool that throughout history, this bird that I really love has like connected multiple societies and they've been just chilling the whole time. And then my next tattoos I got in like 2014, 2015, right after I graduated undergrad. And I got a bunch at the same time. So I got this elephant tattoo and this sunflower tattoo because one of my sisters growing up always had like elephant figurines, elephant art, etc. She loved elephants, and one of my other sisters loves sunflowers, and so it's for them because it reminds me of them. And then I got both of those at the same time, and then I also got this little female symbol, because why not? Those tattoos I got by a person by the name of Alex Gregory here in Minneapolis. And then after that, I got another bird tattoo. This one is a heron. Because my mom loves great blue herons. Anytime we were by a lake and one appeared, she'd always be like, look, heron. So now I think of her every time I see them. She's alive and well. I realized that I just told that story as though she was dead. She's doing great. I just love her and wanted a tattoo that reminded me of her. That tattoo is by a lady named Emily Robinson here in Minneapolis. Oh, and then I have this teeny little one on my shoulder here. I got it, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago at a shop that was having a like Halloween special, and you pay $13 for the tattoo plus a $7 tip. So you give them a $20 bill and you get a tiny little tattoo that you pick off of a flash sheet. Just the little anchor because I love the sea. I love the ocean. I think it's cute. And then my 12th and most recent tattoo that I got back in like, I think October 2018 during law school. I was going to law school in Boston and I went down to New York City and I got tattooed by Girl New York, and she put Ruth Bader Ginsburg's face on my arm. It was a truly lovely experience. It's my favorite tattoo I have and my favorite tattooing experience because she was so warm and so easy to talk to and so lovely and so freaking like painfully cool that I felt cooler having had that experience. And what's really wild, okay, I have a tarot deck. I don't know how much I believe in tarot necessarily, okay, but I will say while I was there waiting for her, she had a tarot deck sitting on the table in the waiting area, and I took it and I shuffled it and I drew a card, and I shit you not, it was Judgment. Sometimes the universe does creepy things and it makes me believe that something out there has some power over us, okay? It was special. There was something really cool about it. So those are all my tattoos. Moving forward, I have a million ideas for tattoos that I wanna get. I wanna get a Mucha painting on my arm. There's an image of my grandmother holding my mother as a baby that I really wanna get on my other arm. There's a million things. I want to get a snake tattoo because I think they're badass. Like, I have a long list of more tattoos that I want to get. I am now of the belief that like I don't really need my tattoos to have a deep meaning. In fact, I think it's a little corny to get tattoos that have deep meanings. And so pretty much from here on out, all of the tattoos that I have dreamed up in my head that I just haven't had the funds and time to get, plus, you know, COVID for the last 2 years, none of them are really meaningful. But look, if you have tattoos that are super meaningful, obviously, God bless. I just really like the aesthetic mainly. And I think if I had stayed in private law, I would have still gotten all those tattoos anyway, because again, you wear long sleeves if you're in some fancy law firm setting. The main thing that I have been told and that I like to remember and that I like to think about when it comes to self-expression as a lawyer, your main concern is with your client. So if you are representing a client in front of a judge, you don't want to do anything that's going to prejudice that judge against you and therefore your client. So in those situations, it's a good idea to take your nose ring out and cover all your tattoos with a long suit. Otherwise, I think it is a shit idea to try to put yourself into some predetermined box because some professional development office at your school has told you that it's just easier to be professional as long as you don't get too many piercings or any tattoos. Never have I ever in a legal professional setting had any issues with any of my tattoos, including my ankle one that is technically visible when I wear a suit, or my wrist ones that pop out once in a while. Large law firm type culture isn't changing that drastically, but especially at like a nonprofit, anything goes. Again, you don't want to prejudice your client when you're before a judge, but a lot of times clients don't feel like they can relate to lawyers. So having lawyers that look like them, that are younger, that have tattoos, that have piercings, that seem cool, I think is only beneficial, especially when it comes to serving clients who aren't giant corporations. Anyway, that's it, guys. Those are my tattoos. Those are my thoughts on having tattoos as a lawyer. I hope you found this helpful or entertaining. If you did, give it a thumbs up down below and hit that subscribe button if you want to hear more from me. Reminder that I offer content creator sessions and prospective law student sessions. You can find those at my website in the link in the description down below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.